Hello guys and welcome here to the Can-Am Duels at Daytona. I'm Brian James up here in the booth. Today we determine who will be starting in the Daytona 500, who will not, and on top of it we determine where they will be starting. We know where one guy will be starting in this duel. Eli Bright, he's on the pole for duel, and on top of it he's on the pole for the Daytona 500. On the second row after qualifying and starting in second is Brad Stover. In third, you got Gene Sanford. In fourth, you got Patrick Smith. Both of them locked in based on their qualifying speed, so they do not have to worry in the duels, other than the points obviously up for grabs. Kevin McHugh will start in fifth. Sixth will be Ethan Lynn. He has to race his way in. Seventh, DJ Curtis. Eighth, Eric Monaco. Ninth is Ryan Monaco. And in 10th is TJ Hanley, another one of the guys who must race his way in. The top two go-or-go-homers advance into the Daytona 500. The rest will be on the outside looking in. Who will make it in is the question we all want to know the answer to. Let's get to the starting lineup here from Daytona. Here we go, they are making their way down the backstretch. Once again, the top two go-or-go homers lock in. Four of them at the back. Nathan Faden, Brad Fusion, Landon Martin, Richard Kinghart. They all have to race their way to the front. And on top of it, there's only 9 laps to do so in the twin 150s. Who will come out on top? Eli Bright, Brad Stover lead them to the green. We are underway for the Can-Am Duel, number 1. And already a quick start for Eli Bright on the inside lane. Here comes 42 down low. Keep in mind there are also points up for grabs. 10 points to the winner, 8 to second, 6 to third. Fourth place gets 4 points, and fifth place gets 2 points. The rest of them walk out with none. So a lot of points up for grabs here today. As you see already, some 3-wide action in the middle of the pack. Eli Bright leading. Here goes Gene Sanford. She is locked in. She wants the points. To the lead they go. Oh, Patrick Smith up in the wall. So is the 33. But Gene Sanford leads lap number 1. Keep in mind there are no bonus points up for grabs in the Can-Am Duels. Ethan Lynn holds one of the transfer spots, so does DJ Curtis, who is going for the lead. My apologies, guys. DJ Curtis to the lead. Keep in mind, he has to race his way in. And obviously leading the pack right now is a good sign for them. Right behind them, their teammate Zach Buchanan, who's going to go for the lead himself. Zach Buchanan to the lead here at Daytona, and already some guys have lost the draft due to hitting the wall. That is TJ Hanley back there, and that is not a good sign for that 33 team if they want to advance. And around goes the 42. Tim Horton, heavy contact. Charles Sanford involved too. Yet somehow we stay green. As Jonathan Rains is the leader. I don't know how we stayed green through all that. But Race Control decided not to throw a caution, and it's going to be the least favorite thing Race Control has done. Probably these go-or-go-homers not going to be very thrilled about that, as it likely costed a lot of them a chance at making the 500. Right now, the top two go-or-go homers, Landon Martin and Nathan Faden, those two would be locked in. And look at them working together. They know it. Those two hold the transfer spots to advance into the Daytona 500 as they come to 5 laps to go. Right now, if I'm the 7 of Ethan Lynn, I'd be pulling any tricks up the sleeves at the moment. And right now, the leaders have been caught. Not only is Landon Martin in the top 2 of the go-or-go-homers, he's in the top 5 and looking for more. But unfortunately, he is now stuck on the high line. That may send him to the back. And for the guys on back, DJ Curtis, Brad Fusion, TJ Hanley, they are in a lot of trouble. Jonathan Rains is the race leader at the moment. As it's just 2 by 2 all the way through the field, and then you see the pack back there all spread out. And Ben Crouch is going to lead the lap that time with 4 laps of racing to go. My apologies, guys. Anyway, Ben Crouch is the lead on the outside lane, and he's going to pull away. He had a terrible qualifying effort. His teammate Tommy Eloser is going to be in the next session, I believe. Ethan Lynn now holds the transfer spot in the number 7. It is now the 37 and the 7 in the transfer spots, with 3 laps to go in the Can-Am Duels. Or Can-Am Duel number 1, I should say. Here comes Tyler Rattray up on the bottom lane. He is going to take 3rd. And Landon Martin looking for anywhere to go back there. He knows he's in trouble now. Nathan Faden may be in the 500 if he can hang on. And here comes Ethan Lynn on the bottom. He's going to take 4th. He wants the points, too. And Nathan Faden moves up. That is going to hurt them. But with Landon Martin dropping, they may be in good shape with 2 laps to go. Ethan Lynn now in the top 3. Gene Sanford back there too. Keep in mind, these 2 teams need the points. After race 4, we reset. And those points could be valuable if they want to crack into the top 33 and be locked in, possibly going forward. Daytona is also a double points race. That could help a lot of these teams out as we come out of turn 4, and the white flag will be displayed. 1 lap to go for the 78. The 7 and the 37 both hold the transfer spots at the moment, and it looks like it's going to stay that way. Nathan Faden finds his way back down the bottom. And right now your top 5, Ben Crouch, Gene Sanford, Ethan Lynn, Kevin McHugh, and Nathan Rattray. Or Nate Rattray, I should say. And it looks like those 5 will get the points. Is coming through turn 3. Is anyone going to challenge the 78? Out of turn number 4. 78's not going to be challenged. Ben Crouch is going to win Can-Am Duel number 1. Gene Sanford, Ethan Lynn round out the top 3. And Ethan Lynn is in the Daytona 500. A widely unpopular race control call gets the 7 and the 37 in the race. Ethan Lynn is in the Daytona 500 and will make his debut. And the veteran Nathan Faden locks himself in to the Daytona 500 with the 2nd transfer position. TJ Hanley will not race. Neither will Richard Kinghart or Brad Fusion. Those three are going home. Patrick Smith isn't. DJ Curtis is also heading home. That is a tough break for those guys. Both JBM cars not going to race. Zach Buchanan is going to be the only JBM car in the Daytona 500. As you look at the finishing results, we mentioned your top five. Eric Monaco finishes in 6th. He will not receive points. Neither will any of the guys below him. Nathan Fade, Richard Johnson, Zach Buchanan, Ryan Monaco. Round out your top 10 as you take a look at the rest of your results. Like I said, Landon Martin, Brad Fusion, TJ Handley, DJ Curtis, all not going to be racing in the 500. Tim Horton, he's going to start 39th in the Daytona 500. That is a tough break. Patrick Smith will also be starting at the back of the pack. And how about this? After one Can-Am duel, Ben Crouch is your season points leader. We will see who's going to be in, or we'll see who will win Can-Am number 2 in just a little bit. Anyway, Can-Am Duel number 2 coming your way in just a few moments. You are watching the Can-Am Duels here on NCN. We'll be right back. Here we go. Welcome back for those who just missed it. Ben Crouch won Can-Am Duel number 1. And Nathan Faden and Ethan Lynn will both be racing in the Daytona 500. Now, in Can-Am Duel number 2, we have Luis Hernandez starting on the pole. For this race, he will be starting second on race day. This will determine the outside row, as the inside row was already determined. Joseph Curtis will start in second, Angel Navarro in third. Fourth will be Jessica McNeilson. Fifth will be Alexander Rowe. Starting sixth is Joshua Scully. Starting seventh is Tim Randolph. Starting in eighth is Daniel Voiles. Starting in ninth is Jackson Lynn. And starting in 10th is Caitlin Sang. Here are the guys who must race their way in. We know the 19 is locked in based on their time and speed. So Daniel Voiles must race his way in the number 72. The 8 of Tyson Aquino will have to race his way in. The 96 of Caleb Parker, the 3 of Hillary Sanchez, and the 51 of Jack Porkins all must race their way in. 2 transfer spots and 5 guys who must race their way in. We're going to find out who will make it as we show you the starting lineup here for Can-Am Duel 2 at Daytona. Here we go. They make their way through turns 3 and 4. It's time to determine who will make the Daytona 500, the final starting lineup. Luis Hernandez and Joseph Curtis get ready to lead the field to the green. The fans are on their feet. The lights are on. Let's have ourselves a party as the pace car will peel off. Can-Am number 2 is underway here from Daytona. A good start for the 2 Toyotas on the inside. Luis Hernandez probably just going to be racing points at this point. Like I said, they are locked in to the Daytona 500. Daniel Voiles has the transfer spot, but he has got to be aggressive to keep it. Tyson Aquino had the second one to start. As you take a look at the cameras, you can see Jack Porkins already falling behind. If you missed Can-Am Duel number 1, there was a big wreck, which we thought would have led to a caution in any other race. Race control decides to let him stay green, as it wasn't a big wreck. And there they go again. But they save it. Another wreck that race control does not throw the caution. And Joseph Curtis is your leader. Unbelievable. Race Control throws no caution as the 27 nearly wrecked. Another widely unpopular decision by Race Control, probably. But it looks like if these guys can just get lined up, they'll be in good shape. They can make up some time. But Daniel Voiles, he's obviously hoping that does not happen. Tim Randolph looks for the lead. And he will get it. So it's pretty much a top 10 breakaway at this point. Daniel Voiles holds one of the transfer positions. In the 72, we're going to see who holds the second one at the moment. And that would be Hillary Sanchez in the number 3, holding that second and final transfer position. But Caleb Parker is just about to take it away. Caleb Parker going to take the second transfer spot, with help from Jack Porkins of all people. Tyson Aquino fighting at the back of this second pack. I don't know if they're going to make it at this point. In case you're just tuning in, another near wreck. Race Control probably should have thrown the caution. They do not. And it screws over a lot of these guys. Caleb Parker currently holding the second transfer spot, and the number 1 transfer spot is Daniel Voiles. In that number 32, as Caitlin Sang goes to the race lead. Oh, shoot, I'm hitting the wrong button. And now Daniel Voiles will look for the race lead. Help from Daytona 500 defending champion, Eric Faden. His teammate just locked in. And right now he's going to try and help that TriStar team find their way into the Daytona 500. And these guys, 11th on back, just not making up the time. Yeah, they're slowly, but they just don't have enough time. Hillary Sanchez back there battling for that final transfer position. 3 wide for the lead, and Eric Faden to the race lead now. If they can just catch the tail end of this 22, they may have something to say. But this pack is gaining time. Back there, it's 2.24 the last time by. I can imagine it's going to be a little closer this time. With 3 laps to go. 1.6 as Griffin Lynn hits the wall. Tyson Aquino now battling for that second transfer spot. The second Chip Ganassi ride. Third amongst the go-or-go-homers yet to lock in. But Hillary Sanchez holds it for the time being. Man, this is going to be quite a battle. They've caught up. Maybe possibly the 8 and the 3 going to work together. This would be a sight for Daytona's sore eyes. 2 laps to go. If they can just catch the 72, maybe they will have something to say. The 96 is a little far back. I don't know if they can get up there in time. To the inside goes Tyson Aquino. He is not going to waste any time trying to get by the 3. He's going to try and use the 22 for drafting help. I don't know if they're going to help him though. Ooh, 41 the wall. And no, Tyson Aquino is not going to be able to take the position. White flag is out. And I don't think these guys are going to catch the 90 or the 72 either. And Tyson Aquino moves to the high side. It may cost him. It's going to cost Caleb Parker too. I don't think he's going to have the time to get to the front and challenge. Daniel Voiles is stuck on the high side. This could hurt him. We will see coming to the line. Joseph Curtis is going to win Can-Am Duel 2. And back behind, Daniel Voiles claims the second transfer spot. Hillary Sanchez, Daniel Voiles, the final two go-or-go-homers to make it in. And Hillary Sanchez is going to walk out with points too, so will Luis Hernandez. And Caleb Parker, all for nothing at the end. That is a tough break for Gaunt Brothers. They will not be making their debut in the 500. The 8 of Tyson Aquino thought he had a run. It was all for none there too. That team will not race the Daytona 500. It's on to Las Vegas for a lot of these guys. Jack Porkins not going to be racing. But Hillary Sanchez and Daniel Voiles will both make their debuts at Daytona. As you take a look at the results, Joshua Scully is going to be rounding out the field on race day, but like I said, plenty of time to move to the front. Joseph Curtis wins. He gets the 10 points and will be tied with Ben Crouch for the point lead starting in the Daytona 500. Luis Hernandez finishes second, Jessica McNeilson in third, Tim Randolph in fourth, Hillary Sanchez we mentioned in fifth, so Daniel Voiles also transfers in sixth. Caleb Parker will not transfer, but he finishes seventh. Eighth is Angel Navarro, Joey Tiff in ninth, and Thomas Ilusser in 10th. Nice run for those guys. We will see for the Daytona 500. 500 final practice will be on Saturday, and then the big race Sunday around 1 or 2. Hope you'll tune in. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we will see you for the 500. Goodbye, everyone.